Now we're on to the second segment, which is our kind of standard one, is dreams and nightmares. And just for obviously those who haven't seen it before, we're gonna take a time scale. So from our last one, I would say it was about 4 weeks just before lockdown. So anyone that we feel could be manager, could be a player, could be institution, doesn't matter. So we're gonna start off with Rob again on this one.
All right, I'm going to go from negative to positive. So my first nightmare is 2-in-1, and it's Arsenal and predominantly Aubameyang. As a team, Arsenal are having a nightmare at the moment. The last time we recorded, I think they beat Man United 1-0, and everybody was like, okay, the insurgency starts, and that has not been the case since. And Aubameyang as a striker, he looks low in confidence. He's not even playing around. He's not creating. So for that reason, he goes on my nightmare list. And for a dream, and this hurts me as an Arsenal supporter, but I'll go give it to Son Heung-min. As a player, last season when Mourinho came in, I thought he was a bit hit and miss. But this season, the goals he scored, the assists, the partnership he's developing with the whole team, especially Harry Kane, he's got to be up there for me.
Danny?
For dreams, I don't know if you lot have seen this, but I watched that Maradona film. And then, Maradona was doing his thing in the 80s, 86, 87. That's when I was being born, so I didn't get to watch him, but I saw the film, and it was stuff that dreams are made of. Because if you can win the World Cup in '86, leave Barcelona, go to Napoli to win their first league title for them in '87, they finished second in I think the following 2 seasons, and then win it again in the 89, 90. I just feel like that's just stuff that dreams are made of. That's just stuff that really makes you legendary. So rest in peace to Maradona. But his lifestyle and his ability and what his impact in the football world, I think is stuff that dreams are made of. So big up to Maradona. Rest in peace. Nightmares, I'd say UEFA, with the PSG and what's that game? Was it in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the fourth official, he had a nightmare, because he could have said, you know what, that guy wearing the blue jacket or that guy with the black hat. He didn't have to say the black guy or that guy with the white trainers. I felt like the adjective that he used, it was poor, and I felt like that was just a nightmare. So that's my.
What could UEFA do to that, you reckon?
For me.
Does he lose his job?
Lose his job. He's got to lose his job.
I don't think so.
He's got to lose his job.
That's not going to change anything, because I think that guy, where the region he's come from, is institutionalized that word that he was using.
Yeah, but
it is racist.
For me, he's got to lose his job. That's my outtake on it. He's got to lose his job.
You got to educate him.
He's got to lose his job. He's got to lose his job.
For me, he looked confused. Have I said anything wrong? Like, he didn't know what was going on. So I think UEFA had made a mistake without even having these sort of dialogues with these people that employ him, because in the workplace, all these things are there. So he should have been educated. He should have been educated before he even took the job. Then he had no excuses. So So if he's been educated, lose his job.
There's a lot of adjective you can use. You could have said the tall one, the short guy, the bald one. You don't have to say
I understand what you're saying.
For me,
I'm saying if he's to use his job, if he's been educated about this and he's in his contract about all this stuff, then fine. But if not, if UEFA has failed on educating him and he's done that, then they need to look at themselves.
I think we can touch on that a bit more, but I think we'll just get around. T?
I just want to make clear, in our last episode, I did mention Harry Kane as my dream, and I think he's still been absolutely fantastic. The next player that I'm going to mention that's probably for the last 4 weeks been a dream is Jack Grealish. I think from where Aston Villa were last season to where they are this season, he's still continuing in fantastic fashion in terms of having a good balance between his goals and his assists. I think that's obviously progressed him onto the international stage too, to a point where now Southgate is looking at him as potentially breaking that forward line. And against Belgium, he was England's best player. So he would be my dream in terms of the Premier League.
In the Euros, would you start him first game tomorrow?
As in, if I was
the front three?
Three. If I was picking the front three today, I'd start him, yeah.
Who would be the other two?
Who would be the other two?
Yeah.
For me, on current form, it would definitely be Kane and Sterling.
Okay.
That would be for me. And in terms of my nightmare, I'm gonna go the other way. Not pick a player, pick a manager. Chris Wilder. I don't care how good you are or articulate at speaking. He's having an absolute nightmare. 1 point, 1 point from I believe it's 11 or 12 games is shocking. I know they got promoted last season, had a very good season, but unfortunately, like we've been mentioning throughout, it's just not good enough.
Nana, your dream and nightmares.
My dream is Jose Mourinho. What a legend. What a legend. Whatever you put... If you put that guy in the box, he will find his way out of that box.
Couldn't find it for Man U.
Because your team is institutionalized. There's issues there. And he from what Mourinho from what Mourinho won for you lot are now knowing how good he was for you guys.
Each a box. You said if you put him in a box,
but he won stuff.
Man United.
Okay, that's your dream.
He won two trophies for Man United.
Who's your nightmare? Who's your nightmare?
Nightmare, I'll say Thiago Silva.
For Chelsea.
Yes, because he was supposed to come in and like lick the Chelsea back forward. The money that he's coming for.
He came in on a free.
Yeah, fine, but the money and the signing on fees, you might as well have paid money for him.
Didn't they have 3 clean sheets?
No, they've got like 6 in the last 7 or something like that. Ridiculously.
He played only in about 2 of them games.
Sorry, just to clarify, is Thiago Silva your dream or your nightmare?
His nightmare.
It's a nightmare for me.
Questionable.
If you think what he's done with Zuma,
It's his opinion.
When he came in,
maybe he rates him high.
Thiago Silva, when he came, I thought he was better than Van Dijk before he came in. But now it's very questionable because, like, what I expected from him is not the same level.
Dream, I'm gonna go for David Moyes for West Ham.
Good shout.
To be honest, when he was sent away for like he had to go on quarantine, and then that's when West Ham really kicked on. And I was thinking to myself, maybe that's because he's not there, and that it's just a fluke and things like that. But he came back, and West Ham are still doing really well, and it's changed their style of play a little bit. And they're doing really well, and he's done really well there. He's done a good job there, so I think he's him. A nightmare is because I'm a lover of football. I just don't like the situation with Messi at Barcelona. I think that's affecting his game a little bit.
Yeah.
And you want to see a player like Messi entertain us.
It's said. Dreams and nightmares.
My dream and nightmares. Let me start. Nightmares 2
No,
things.
1.
Nightmares, 2 things. First of all, I think this whole allowing 2,000 fans back into football stadiums, to me, that's a nightmare. And the reason for that is you're only allowing 2,000 of the home supporters to be back in. What about the away supporters? I don't think, there's a little bit of injustice there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Prime example, yesterday, we looked, and this whole tier nonsense, we looked at it. No.
We're going into politics.
No. Hey, go. It's fair enough.
It's to do with football. Last week we looked at the London derby, one of the biggest games in the Premier League history. Tottenham against Arsenal. Now I just think for football it would have been better even if you had 1,000 of the away side coming into the to the stadiums as well. So when you're just making it that the home side having the fans there, I think that's a complete nightmare. It's either you allow them in or you completely don't. All of this allowing 2,000 of the home and then completely nightmare. The biggest nightmare, again, it hurts and it pains. I'm a Man United fan, and this is the whole club. The whole issue with Paul Pogba. The issue with Paul Pogba.
Go on, it's right. The issue with Paul
Pogba. It's a nightmare.
But how would you deal with it, Sid?
To me, it's like, look, Man United have lost big players. Just like Roy Keane said, there was a time Jaap Stam came, he didn't fit in with the club, he went. Man United still went on to do good. David Beckham, one of the biggest players to play for the club, he couldn't fit in with the manager's way or whatever, he got rid of him, and we were still Man United. In fact, we won more without David Beckham than we did with David Beckham. Pogba has left the club before, and we were still Man United. Paul Pogba, to me, is not the best player at Man United. He is possibly the most talented, yes. The most talented with ability, yes. Is he the best player? No, he isn't.
He is.
This is dragging on for too long now. Get rid of him and then we move on. We will get better players to come in. So those are my nightmares. And my dream, I would say Frank Lampard. For the simple fact is, at the beginning, with all the signings he made, and he couldn't get them in tune and everything, and everyone was, Frank Lampard, all this and this and that. But when you look at what Chelsea are doing now, and then you can just see he's starting to get a tune from those players now. And then I honestly believe, if I was a betting man, I would put my last £50 on Chelsea winning the league this season.
Get a life.
I honestly would. And that's my dream.
Get
Frank
a
Lampard.
life.
Next one, last one, Murder. boys.
Well, my dream is Southampton.
Southampton.
For no say for long time them get 7 or 9 love from Leicester.
9, yeah.
Yeah, 9 from Leicester, and them never ain't play good. But now, me rate them. Them a play good league.
What, they third now?
I mean like the guy and the guy with name Inks. Me just have him a good forward. So I mean like me just like overall all them a play the football. So my dream is that side. If them go even down or whatever, me still like them. Nightmare, West Brom.
Why are you not laughing?
It's so cutthroat, bro. West Brom.
You know, me never see a side come up from a championship. You don't buy a person. You don't buy a new player. All you buy is champion player. You never survive. You have to buy a different players.
So, Mother, what do you think about Scott Parker now? Because 6 weeks ago, you weren't
He's
feeling
doing better now.
Yeah, remember me say, me think, me feel still say them a drop out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get relegated.
but at least them a play better football.
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching the SMB podcast. Again, if you like what you see, share, repost, subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. Again, feedback's all welcome. Positive, negative, all constructive. We'll take it all. Lastly, I'd like to thank Humphrey again, as always, for being the host. You know,
Get a lot of people come to the OG barbers.
that's it. Check. He's going to be in the comments. He'll get set up his own Instagram. So, you know, let's get business up and running. And obviously, thanks again for Dan behind the buttons as well. Until the next episode, guys. Thank you.
Canning Town.
To get a proper haircut, come to OG Barbers. Bam, bang.